happymusicradio.com. happymusicradio.com.
Good evening, folks. Sorry about last night. It would appear I've come down with a bit of a flu bug, so I'm about half steam right now. So we are. I can either sit and mope, or I can do some drawing. And Adele Bauer's calling me. Oh, come and draw me. Anyway, Sunday night. No, today. What the hell is today? Anyway. Sunday night I got the necklace finished and top for dress. Tonight I'm gonna work over here on this side and this side to get these golds in. In order to get those golds in, I'm going to need ochre, yellow ochre, burnt umber, cadmium medium, and some bronze yellow, and I'm going to need some white. Anyway, I think I got them all. Now let's just see here. Yes, I have some medium left here. Didn't dry out on me, thank goodness. And I think we'll start on the left side here. He's used what appears to be, I'm taking it as silver and gold leaf. The reason I say that is that having never saw this painting in real life, which is a pity when you think about it, but having never seen it in real life, I'm not quite sure, but as far as I can tell, it's silver. And he's got pieces of lapis in there. Nice if I bounce the light a bit. And then he's putting little bits of red and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to make it look exactly like it is. Okay. So, without further ado, we are going to put a little bronze yellow in here. Little extender. the first hit we're going to make is right here. He's got some sort of a dark gold going on. You know, his father was a goldsmith. And this is where he got all this. And, quite the story. And I have been spending my time looking for a picture of Baroness Stroganova from the Hermitage. And I'd like to announce that I have found it. And it is amazing. I never really and truly, outside of maybe The Girl with the Pearl Earring, have seen a better reference. It's so good that it's scary. Really. I mean that good. Incredible. I have never seen anything like it. Needless to say, we're going for a little much as I can do tonight. Hopefully, more than 15 minutes, I can tell you. When you break this down, it's his choice of placement of these color of oil, etc. Very interesting. At first, it seems a little haphazard, but no, he's got an absolute technique involved in it that isn't the least bit haphazard. He's only got a few colors like this that they're compound. It just, I don't know, it just is incredible. You know, Klimt, although I always liked his work, I'd never really included in my pantheon of fabuloso artists, if you know what I mean. And boy, has he changed that. What in is that? Believe it or not, a hunk paint was draped over onto the canvas. It never ceases to amaze me where paint can go. Needless to say, that likes my clothes best, but Dun, dun, dun. So I've tried to use my time wisely, for what that's worth. And consequently, I was able to do some research on I've never had a harder time finding out stuff about an artist so than Boulez. My God. The amount of work he did, you think there'd be more information. I think the trouble is his information is all in Russia. French painter, but I think he did most of the Russian aristocracy, and I think the paintings stayed there and nobody saw them for 2 centuries. I think that's what happened. Because my God, the man is talk about an expert. Which doesn't surprise me, because I saw the Treasures of the Hermitage show in the Art Gallery of Ontario many, many moons ago. And the highlight painting of the whole show was a portrait of, a full-size portrait, more than life-size portrait of Catherine the Great. And I kind of knew of the artist, but it certainly wasn't like it wasn't something I'd followed up or researched or anything like that. But seeing that painting in real life, I will tell you, I was absolutely just dumbfounded. Frankly, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it.
Music Preservation, a nonprofit organization devoted to bringing the great forgotten music
The
of the
gown
past to the attention of new and appreciative
that
modern
he had her in, this silk
If you enjoy the music we produce
gown,
and value
my
the work that we
God,
do, please consider giving us your support.
it was just
Your contribution will not only ensure that the music continues to play for your own enjoyment, you will also be passing on a.
I know some might consider me a bit of a sycophant when it comes to these guys, but
go to
truly I'm not. It's simply that I'm astounded at the quality of the work, the amount of expertise that goes into it. And I had a very interesting question today. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't answer it because I really don't know. I left it to other people to answer. That question was, how did the Rothschilds get away with being Jewish in the 1930s and 40s in Europe? And I'd always kind of wondered myself, so instead of researching it, I just read some of the answers, which I later found out were all out of Wikipedia. Anyway, there's a guy disclosed that, so I'm not being critical, but I would have just directed them. But they didn't all get out. That's the truth of the matter. And certainly an ugly time. So, decided to find out why. I've kind of got an inkling as to what the answer to that question is, but I want to verify some of my points before I go back and answer it. Suspicions are a little bit different. May have actually happened. Oh man. Alive. Alive. I'm using two different bases on the gold, so when I go through it, I can change the color of the gold, because some of the gold is alloyed a little bit differently than others. So the colors are a little bit off. Not off, but they're just bright yellow, like light gold, dark gold, and so on.
The river that goes down to the sea. Wanna drown my trouble and leave just a bubble to indicate what used to be me. I made my will, I wrote some notes, going to keep a walking till my straw hat floats. Said I'm ready for the river, the shivery river, so get the river ready for me.
somebody posted today, I think it was on Facebook, a video of it was a short, fast-paced video of man's accomplishments. It kind of went from like the Mercury program through till today, and I made a comment on it, and the comment caused a lot of which I still think is a little odd. Didn't cause any controversy, but a whole bunch of people kind of asked me what did I mean, and my answer was pretty simple. I'll be honest with you. My answer was simply that all this has happened in such a short period of time that makes one wonder what in God's name is going on. I'm going to make a artistic decision here, and what that is as opposed to making that one silver, I'm going to make it gold, because I want to get I'm going to make it silver because I want to get some dark against those diamonds. He was using the real thing, so it didn't matter much. Anyway, my point simply was, 118 years ago, the main mode of transportation was the horse. Cars were very primitive. Mind you, internal combustion engine is still the same, but it was primitive. And nobody had flown yet. And I believe radio was just an idea that time hadn't come yet. And I got a lot of questions about that comment. And my comment was simply to say, like, well, 10,000 years of history, and this happens in 125 years. What's going on? When I was a kid, nobody even had TV. So really, that was really the only thing I was saying. I wasn't saying anything else. I just said, that kind of seems weird to me. That's what I said. It just struck a nerve in people, because boy, oh boy, I get some
away from the swampy land shore. The storm rages around my log.
Weird feedback.
No,
I don't know if people just hadn't thought about it, or
oh Lord,
anyway, I
the old river that flows by my
clarified my point a couple of times, and finally I got through that, it was just an observation. But I don't know. Weird. Just weird. Anyway, what else isn't weird, right? I mean, ooh, I didn't know he put that in there. Well.
We're a couple of soldiers, my baby and me, fighting shoulder to shoulder, whatever may be. Trouble and hard luck we face with a grin. Like regular soldiers, we never give in. When she's weary, I cheer her. She patches my clothes. Then I bring her a medal, a little white rose.
Oh, man.
Smile all the while. To the end, we'll always be just a couple of soldiers, my baby and me.
Hello, creating. How you doing, man? Where did that happen? People are weird. Oh, are you commenting on what I was just talking about? Oh, I see.
I'm in love with somebody. Hope is never gone.
Or did something else happen?
The love we have for each other keeps us marching on. We're a couple of soldiers, my baby and me, fighting shoulder to shoulder, whatever may be.
Yeah, it's
Trouble and hard luck.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think about that a lot. Like, what the hell happened? Like, I know the answers. I don't mean to imply that I don't know. Yeah, electricity for one thing happened. The refining of oil happened, and
with a smile.
but what in God's name precipitated a surge in technology, the likes that the world has never seen in the 40,000 some odd years of recorded man, where man has walked, as far as we know, the planet. I mean, if you wrote it in a book, they wouldn't believe you.
We're a couple of men.
Yeah, you know, they went from caves to the moon, and the moon is ancient history kind of now. It was 1969. So, even that's kind of ancient history. It wasn't at the time, but it is kind of now. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's it would appear that not many people think about this. You know, they should.
Hoping and longing, oh how I yearn. Where are you? Are you forgetting? Do you remember? Will you return? I cover the waterfront. I'm watching the sea.
What happened?
My love must soon come back to me.
What happened? I don't know. That always breaks me up. You know why that breaks me up? Because I think they brought home 50 moon rocks. if I recall, at the time. And every major geologist in the world identified them independently as rocks originating from another place. In other words, not meteorites, but obviously another planet. So, what in God's name is there to think that's a hoax? Man, it always makes me laugh, to be honest with you. Yeah, some hoax. Yeah, that's the ticket. Some hoax. I'm always dumbfounded. Always.
For I've been reading my horoscope in your eyes. Oh, isn't it heavenly to go hand in glove with you, to be so romantic,
strange.
in love with you. Oh, isn't it heavenly?
The thing is, there was way more than one moon landing. That was the other thing too. Like it just didn't happen once. Oh well, yeah. What are you gonna do? Hell, I even think they made a movie about that one time. Fake moon landing or something. What always kills me about those people, though, who believe that, all of that stuff, is that they never consider the size of the hoax you'd have to perpetrate and have people buy into it. It just, when it would be a cast of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. How do you keep that a secret? All the while on national TV. For days at a time. And what would be your rationale for Apollo 13? Another one I'd like to know. Like, what would be the point of Apollo 13? All this is strange. Strange. Perhaps. Perhaps.
Radio Dismuke is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/Radio Dismuke.
Streaming the sounds of the 1920s and 1930s around the world 24 hours a day. This is Radio Dismute. RadioDismute.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
One thing's for sure, you can't believe what you see anymore. Thank God. So I've completely dove into the Dutch reformist movement for art, and let me tell you, he is a big subject.
10 cents a dance, that's what they pay me. Gosh, how they weigh me down. 10 cents a dance.
And I've been scouring the internet for more information about Vermeer, but there's nothing there. Nothing. There is what there is.
Sometimes I think I found my hero, but it's a queer romance. All that you need is a ticket. Come on, big boy, 10 cents a dance.
So, having nothing better to do, I went on I guess what you'd call a Quora bender. He answered a whole bunch of questions that have been building up. I go in spurts. You know what Quora is? It's a website that endeavors get people to answer questions by people who know the answers. Does that make sense? Jesus, I hope so. And any kind of question can be posed, as long as it isn't, it's more like an well, not all academic, mostly, but not all. Sometimes you don't get an academic. But the thing is about it's the forum is just amazing because it's you can get more information. I like reading it as much as I like writing it. Because you get people who are experts in fields you know nothing about. Giving you answers to neat stuff, which is kind of cool, I think. And it's fun answering the questions too. I mean, you can sign up if you want to answer questions. Which is kind of cool as well. You don't get too many Looney Tunes out there. They kind of weed that kind of stuff out, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, they're quite strict that way.
Baby, your mother like she babied you back in your baby days. Maybe your mother.
But it's nice to see differing opinions and
the debt of love you owe her you can never pay. So take her in your arms and kiss her tears away, and baby your mother like she babied you back in your baby days.
Remind me again. I've been there twice now for other stuff. What was I supposed to check again? Sorry, I've got a bit of the flu, so my head isn't quite up to speed. Just give me a reminder. I'll click in. My brain's like an aging computer, you know, like. Hard drives get filled and old.
Look at those eyes, look at those noses, look at those.
If you're referring to the copyright stuff, that's why I was in the Library of Congress more than once.
Isn't it nice? Look at that smile, look at it twice. That's what I call keen.
Or
I nearly fainted, and I've been on
what they do to people who do copyright infringement.
Why, look at her now, looking at me. Is that love? Could you see? That's what
Actually, that's not right. I don't mean that. To look up there stuff that's under copyright, or sorry, isn't under copyright, but is in the public domain. So I was in there for that. I know. If that's what you're referring to, then yes, I've been there. Been there, done that. Mind you, it's always a moving target because I never know what they're going to play in the radio, so I have to go search it again and again and again. No wonder it took him 3 years to do this painting. Holy moly. He certainly didn't spare the horses when it came to using gold. Mind you, the result was obviously worth it. And he sure picked a nice looking
hot and greasy.
5,000. Oh, into Vermeer. Yeah, there's very little there. Yes, I did look into that, but they don't have very much. And the reason I found out is pretty obvious. Most of the information has been translated from Old Dutch, and what they have are the findings already available. So it leads you right back to the original stuff, the information. So that's what I found out. So I just went to translations of the original research done. But you're right, I did look there. I did find, though, a reference to Vermeer's influence that an American artist had on him, which was a little pretty interesting. But I was kind of staying on topic for trying to find out Vermeer, because you know what? It's one of those things you go down the rabbit hole and you never come out, you know? And believe me, it's a rabbit hole. But I got any more information on Vermeer, I certainly did. What I'm looking for, specifically, is information regarding where he was trained and who trained him. And unbelievably, he's not the only guy. The next painting I'm doing by Switters is another case in point. Very similar style to Vermeer. A little bit earlier than Vermeer, but you can see where the style sort of erupted, or for lack of a better word, where it came from. It's just nobody knows where they got their training, or bloody mystery. Because I'd love to know. I've come to the conclusion that Vermeer didn't have any training. He was just a self-made genius. Just one of those people who was born able to paint. That's my conclusion. Because there just isn't any. You can't find anything about how he painted, where he painted, which isn't. Yes, actually, I do, because Salvador Dali actually was a big fan of Vermeer's, and did some Vermeer stuff. Not Vermeer, but incorporated Vermeer into his paintings. So yes, I am. Salvador Dali was always one of my favorite artists, and the reason was he was extremely well trained, right? Trained artist, and he turned that training towards surrealism, which was fine by me. But at least the guy knew how to. Well, I think it shows in his work. Everything is so well painted. His eye is so well tuned to. I'm having a time of it tonight. Perspective and the things you learn, right? No, I'm a big fan. Melting clocks, especially. Melting clocks. If it's a clock, it must be melting. When I was an art student, he was the hero of all of us. Because we were learning to paint and draw at a time when Henry Moore and guys like that were like considered the epitome of art, crap, but and Salvador Dali came along and
my dreams went crashing.
He made art the way we were being taught. He was our hero. So we all started dabbling into it. Lots of fun.
Once I called you sweetheart, now we're strangers. Gee, it breaks my heart to see you day after day.
Yeah, he I don't think I've ever seen a Dali I didn't like. I'm trying to remember, but I don't think so.
After sharing all your kisses, now I'm sad and blue.
I mean, the guy was an amazing artist.
That you and I are strangers, I'm still in love with you. Stranger, once I called you sweetheart, now we're strangers. Gee, it breaks my heart to see you day after day.
Oh, listen, don't let that bug you. They never do. What you're painting is what you're seeing in your mind's eye. And that is being influenced by the photograph. So you kind of have to disregard that. That happens to all artists. Even if you're doing photorealistic stuff, it'll happen. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it bother you. Happens all the time. The only time it doesn't happen is if you're doing the exact copy, like I'm doing, say, of an old master or something. But if you're doing it like anything from a photograph, that it's to be expected. Just the way it is. It's your perception, the way it is. Your brain's telling you one thing, and your head's telling you another, or your eyes are telling you another. It just happens to all of us. You ever realize how many blue? You won't see them as much shortly, but there's a lot of blue. Blue circle. Oh, I missed one. That's well, yeah, but you got to start out, even if you're a perfectionist, of knowing that it just doesn't work that way. Otherwise, it'll drive you crazy. It just doesn't work. It's your perception. It just does not work. You can try, but you'll find that that's the way it is. That's the way it is, my friend. Bear in mind too that a photograph is made up of lights and darks, whereas your eye is seeing different colors, right? So even as you're doing it grays, it's got millions of shades of gray. So it really isn't. In my opinion, it just isn't possible. And one of the reasons I have that opinion is that I know some photorealistic artists, and I have over the years, and they're always sort of unhappy with their work. And one of the reasons seems to be that they don't feel that the reference stuff gave them enough detail, and had to guess. And oh man, here it is. Are you kidding me? No, they're not. Not kidding.
Too beautiful, my dear, to be true, and I am too drunk with beauty, drunk with illusion that the one who caressed you really possessed you too. You are too beautiful for one man alone, for one lucky fool to be with, when there are other men with eyes of their own to see with. Love does not stand sharing, not if one cares. Have you been comparing my every kiss with theirs? If on the other hand I'm faithful to you, it's not through a sense of duty. You are too beautiful and I am too drunk with beauty.
Proportions? If you use a navigational divider, really? I didn't know that. I have XM radio. I gotta play it through my phone.
RadioDismute.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
There's a lake in the park, there's a house by the lake, there's a girl in the house in the park by the lake, and the girl in the house by the lake in the park is the girl in the little green hat. And tonight after 8, that's when I've got a date, when the moon's riding high and the stars light the sky, with the girl in the house by the lake in the park, the girl in the little green hat. There's no water in the lake, there's no roof upon the house, no trees is in the park at all. But
I have XM radio in my car, but you can subscribe to it on your phone for like $4 a month or something. So I do have it. I gotta admit, I don't use it a ton, but I really like to use it if I'm going somewhere driving. I find you're never at a range, right? I haven't decided. My subscription's up in, I think, July or something. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to renew it. Probably. Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe.
There's a storm on the lake, there's a ship in the storm.
Dun, 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 dun.
On the lake, and the girl on the lake, on the ship in the storm is the girl in the little green hat. As the ship starts to dip, she's losing her grip. Every dip makes a tip, not the girl but the ship. But the girl on the ship has the pip from the trip, the girl in the little green hat. She's been sailing quite enough, she's been clinging to the rails. She's dying to be home once more, 'cause the lake is rather rough and the girl is rather pale. She's glad to get her feet on shore. Ah, she gave up the ship and the captain and his men for a round ticket trip to my arms once again. Now I'm back in the park at the house by the lake with the girl in the little green hat.
This record is unique in that it features a distinctly new syncopated rhythm called the Charleston.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, jeez, clear. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. 145. Yeah, I'm not. 145. Thanks, Trio. I marked it down. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun.
the weary day will end, and birds will all have flown back to their nest to tend what they might call their own, while I am here to spend another night alone.
Is that Art Bell's son?
Dreams will come and I'll be blue, more than I've ever shown, and I'll be wondering too if you have ever known the pain of going through another night alone in memory.
This Art Bell, I think, just died, didn't he? I saw something on the news or something. The end of the Little Green Men and all that stuff.
Another night alone, spending
Yeah, Art Bell is the guy who started that late night AM radio broadcast in the States. It was syndicated almost everywhere. And people would phone in with, like it was UFOs and abductions and all that stuff. It was great fun listening to him. He's been off the air for a while though, but I think his son, he had 2 sons. Just wondering if that's where they ended up. They ended up on the radio once in a while too.
If can't have you, nobody but you. I want to be lonesome, I want to be blue. Wherever I go, dear, I'm all by my own song, just thinking of you. I'm missing that sweet embrace, that feeling of bliss. Nobody can take your place when I'm feeling like this. So if I can't have you, nobody but you. I want to be lonesome, I want to be blue.
Radio Dismuke is a listener-supported service of early 1900s music preservation, a nonprofit organization devoted to bringing the great forgotten music of the past to the attention of new and appreciative modern audiences. If you enjoy the music we present and value the work that we do, please consider giving us your support to whatever degree you're able. Your contribution will not only ensure that the music continues to play for your own enjoyment, but will also be passing on a priceless gift to all those who will discover this wonderful music for the first time as a result of our efforts. For more information, go to www.early1900s.org. That's early1900s.org.
somebody new. And it won't be long before you leave me. Say it isn't true. Say that everything is still okay. That's all I want to know. And what they're saying, say it isn't so. You don't love me, say it isn't so. Everywhere I go, everyone I know, you're tired of me, say it isn't so. People say that you found somebody new, and it won't be long before you leave me. Say it isn't true. Say that everything is still okay. That's all I want to know. And what they're saying, say it isn't so.
Oh, okay, hold on. Station 148. Okay. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Conduct like this I will pardon. Play at your ease, but if you please, keep off the grass in the garden.
her my own little girl at last. I love her still, and I'm hoping yet, as in days long past, some joy or sorrow, come good or ill, I may call her my own little girl. I've such a feeling when the moonbeams prance, that is the moment when I want to dance. I can never close a sleepy eye when the moon comes creeping in the sky. Hitting the ceiling, breaking through to the sky. Oh, what a feeling, oh, what a feeling, when you're hitting on high. Take a flyer to the sky, or else you'll be a flop. Higher, 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 right up to the top. Hitting the ceiling, breaking through to the sky. jitsu. Go into your trick steps, that's hullabaloo. Cheek to cheek, with one hand on your hip, slide one side, and as you do your dip, well, your girl and clap hands, do a stomp or two. Go backwards and slap hands, that's hullabaloo. I've got the Navy blues. Sea cook and tailor, captain and sailor, we've got the Navy blues. Surely I sure can use, for I get no chance at love or romance. I've got the Navy blues. Though my eyes see many a new love, still my heart knows only one real true love over the sea. New York to Shanghai, lonely, and that's why I've got the Navy blues.
See you, buddy.
I'm drifting onward with the tide. Yo-ho, in every port I seek a bride. I long for someone by my side. I've got the Navy blues. Sea cook and tailor, captain and sailor, we've got the Navy blues. Surely I sure can use, for I get no chance at love or romance. I've got the Navy blues. Though my eyes see many a new love, still my heart knows only one real true love. Over the sea I cruise, New York to Shanghai, lonely, and that's why I've got the Navy blues. Though my eyes see many a new love, still my heart knows only one real true love. Over the sea I cruise, New York to Shanghai, lonely, and that's why I've got the Navy blues.
Radio Dismuke is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/Radio Dismuke.
Streaming the sounds of the 1920s and 1930s around the world 24 hours a day. This is Radio Dismuke. RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
The Painters Orchestra play as their first selection, Sweet Jenny Lee.
Love's a precious thing that never fails you. Love is good for anything that ails you.
100%, and that's a lot these days. Let it be a shanty or tent, bungalow or barn. Be with me 100%, and I don't give a darn. String along, baby, and everything will come our way. String along, baby, just love me and the world's okay. I'll come through 100% on the day you're mine. I'm for you 100%, and I don't mean 99. my praises and calls my name. Nights without magic, days without end. The same old story, the empty glory of last pretend. Had I had an inkling that she could not be true, these blues of mine could never start. But stars above were twinkling, and then before I knew, she was locked up in my heart. I'll hear words without music all my life long, hoping, praying that what she says will turn to love.
And now for our miniature drama. The characters are Emmy, a maiden lady who holds the record of 15 years of single blessedness, and Dr. Josiah Hildreth, her old friend. Listen.
You look right smart tonight, Emmy.
Oh, Josiah.
Well, did you do? I like you in that lavender dress.
Oh, Josiah.
You're a smart woman, Emmy. Any man ought to be proud to get you for a wife.
Oh, Josiah, do you think so?
Well, yes.
Don't you feel lonely living alone all the time?
Well, yes.
I do. I get awful lonely.
Do you, Emmy?
Mm-hmm. And I've always heard it helps a doctor's career to be married.
Oh, it would. Emmy, you know, there's been something I've been trying to...
Oh, Josiah.
Well, I've been trying to get up my courage to speak to you about something important for the last 15 years.
Well, Josiah, I've certainly tried to help you.
Yeah, I know, Emmy. You've done your best, but it was something you couldn't help.
Why?
Well, Emmy, I never felt I could give you the things you deserve. But now I've found at least a chance.
A chance?
Yes. I'm entering the knee-high $6,000 contest.
The knee-high $6,000 contest? You mean the knee-high people that make those delicious beverages?
Yes. And now they have a big contest on. $6,000 in prizes. 4 of the prizes are for $1,000 each, and there are 164 cash prizes in all. All you have to do is to go to your favorite place where soft drinks are sold and ask for a copy of the knee-high $6,000 contest folder. Or you can write to your nearest knee-high...
Well, folks...
I was figuring if I won, there'd be a nice little...
I hate to say it, but,
win or lose, Josiah, I'm
calling tonight.
And that's...
Still got some of the flu going here.
Who has waited 50
So, we shall continue.
Why don't you get into the knee-high...
So, I shall say good night,
no time like the present.
good evening.
Your entry folder.
I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully at 7. Talk to you soon.